Good evening, viewers. In this packed edition, we shall be looking and discussing about a lot of things. Two big stories of the week. First, social media versus central government, and the second one is the origin of Covid-19. That's the coronavirus, also known as Covid-19. Two big issues and a lot more in this week's news, viewers, in this Sunday edition. And I welcome you all once again to this edition, viewers. Now, looking at social media versus the central government. The social media has gone offensive against the government. WhatsApp says adopting the government rules would have to forego encryption. Breach in communication between two individuals may take place. Government says there is a breach of law in WhatsApp or through social media. This has been the most debatable topic, viewers. We have two views in this edition. One view from the government, that's the government views, and the second one is the social media's view. Social media's view, I call it as a privacy lobby's view. Now, looking at the government, what it says. Right to privacy allows exceptions for national security. Further, the privacy lobby says access to private messages may allow misuse by authorities. The second thing what government says is information sought as per law and with sufficient legal safeguards. Further, the privacy lobby says with end-to-end encryption, authorities can access all messages. So the government says that WhatsApp asked to identify originators, not to reveal the content. For which the privacy lobby hits back and says to identify one originator, privacy of all other users will be at the compromise. Government at last says any operations being run in India is subjected to the law of the land, whereas the privacy lobby says right to privacy is protected by law. Now, this has been the most debatable topic. Where will this end is a big question, because it has been going since last 3 months, since the new IT rules have been in power. So where will this go? Where will this end is a big question. Also, the social media sued the government in Delhi High Court. The cases were on. And where will this end? Let's see, viewers. Let's wait and watch. Now, looking at the second big question, second big issue, second big story of the week. Origin of virus. Where did this virus come from is a big question since almost 1.5 years. Everyone used a trial and error method to find out how did this virus originate. Now let's see what was the main process which we went through to find out the origin of this virus. Now, beginning with the origin of the virus started from the bat. The coronavirus originated from bats. This was the first main theory brought up. Also, these viruses came from bats from China's Wuhan province. Why China's Wuhan province? Because the first case was found or recorded in Wuhan. Precisely Wuhan wet market. In this market, all kinds of live animals were sold and are sold too. Wuhan Institute of Virology is also located in the same place where Wuhan wet market is located. Nicholas Wade, a science writer, is in one of his articles put out a revelation claiming that COVID-19 may have been created in the lab. And from there, all the things started. From there, this is when people started claiming it to be an accidental one, or some others call it a biological weapon, which is to be known. Now, the big questions arise, viewers, whether this is a biological weapon or whether this was accidental, or what is the intermediate. Now, coming to the intermediate, few researchers feel that this hasn't come from bats, because SARS and MERS, both these viruses, both are coronaviruses, and both these viruses, the intermediate was known. It started from bat, there was an intermediate, and at last it got transmitted to humans. For SARS, the infection got transmitted from bats to civets. Within 4 months, this was known to the people. When it comes to MERS went from bats to camels, and from camels it was transmitted to humans. If it was zoonotic transmission, then why are we not able to find out an intermediate? It has been 1 year, it has been past 1 year, almost 1.5 years we have gone through this virus. Then why are we not able to find that intermediate? After bats, it had to go to some intermediate and then get transmitted to the humans. What is that intermediate is the big question, viewers. So the researchers and other people take this as an evidence to say this hasn't come from bats. And this concept, this theory is being ruled out. So now we have two options. One, it should have been an accidental one, or a biological weapon, or what else? US President Joe Biden has asked for an investigation about it as soon as possible, and now it's in the hands of investigators. Let's see where the path changes, or does it take the same direction. Big questions are yet to be answered, viewers. I leave it up over here, the D.India Focus analysis. Now coming to the week's news. Central government and many other state governments have brought in few big schemes. Let's look at what are these schemes by central government. From PMO, the scheme starts under PM Cares Fund. That's PM Cares for Children shall be opened. Education for orphans will be provided. Fixed deposit account shall be opened in their names. From 18 years to 24 years, government will be providing them 10 lakh rupees to their accounts directly. Now the second news of the week. Talks between Pfizer company and the central government is going on for vaccines. The company says Pfizer vaccines can be given to children at the age of 12. Also, it can be stored in required temperatures even for a month. We are ready to provide vaccines in millions of doses which we provide. There may be 1 or 2 people who may get side effects, but you can't blame us, is what they say. For that, the government has also replied stating, we will check the requirements, and this is what Pfizer company says for each and every government, for each and every country. So we'll check out the requirements and then take the next step. That's what the government says. Now looking at the third big news, Delhi reports 946 fresh cases, COVID cases, 78 deaths. Monsoon onset to be delayed, likely to hit Kerala by June 3rd, says IMD. Bharat Biotech on Friday said that the timeline of manufacturing, testing and release of a batch of Covaxin is around 120 days. That's the reason there's a shortage of Covaxin. That's the big reason they have put out that reason, viewers. Now looking at the international news, Chinese city locks down an area amid COVID surge. US will soon decide on vaccine issue, says External Affairs Minister Jaishankar. Indian student gets 10-year UAE golden visa. Now looking at science and tech, viewers, we have one science and tech news, science and tech update, and that's most important. This week, people in Bengaluru witnessed a bright rainbow ring around the sun for a few minutes on Monday, or for an hour on Monday morning. A rare optical and atmospheric phenomena called 22-degree circular halo. Halos around the sun are caused by the refraction or splitting of sunlight by ice crystals in the atmosphere. Circular halos specifically are produced by cirrus clouds, which are thin, detached, hair-like clouds. These clouds are formed very high up in the atmosphere at a height over 20,000 feet. I wrap up this edition of D.India Focus over here, viewers. Until the next week, I meet you all. Until the next time, I meet you all. Signing off, Sricharan. Do comment your views, and do share this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you, viewers, for watching me. Thank you.